Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I get lots of questions from individuals about job sites and which ones I recommend and which ones I don't. So today we put together a video of top 10 job sites that I recommend you take a look at when you're looking for your next role. Now, as always, if you like our video at the end, please give us a thumbs up. We'll hope you subscribe to our channel and ring that bell for notifications so you'll be notified about additional great content that we have coming out in the next couple of weeks. Let's get started. Now, for all of the job sites that we've picked today, I do want to say that none of these require you as a candidate to spend any money. You can view all of these jobs for free. And that's the way it should be. I am not a fan in any way, shape, or form of a job posting site that requires job seekers to pay in order to look at the jobs or in order to have your contact data shared with a company. That's just not how it should work. The companies are the ones that should be paying for this, not you as the job seeker. Okay, so when we're looking at all of these job search platforms, I want you to keep something in mind. You do need to visit all of them, and here is why. Companies spend a lot of money on these different sites. They pay for job postings, they pay to be able to search and look at your information. And so when they make a really big investment into one of these job sites, they tend to not have money left to do all of the others. Unless they're a really, really big, Fortune 500 company, then they might buy 3 or 4. But what that means is even if some of the sites that I'm going to cover with you today are more geared towards one area, it doesn't matter. They're going to use their postings for all of their jobs. So you really need to look at each and every one of these job posting sites to make sure that you're not missing any of the companies. Okay, so our number 10 pick for job search sites you might want to check out is Snagajob. Now, you may not have heard of Snagajob before. They are definitely smaller, but they actually were named as one of the best companies to work for themselves. Snagajob has a lot of positions that are with companies that are urgently hiring. You're going to see a lot of positions that are in restaurants and retail and stuff like that. I really recommend you take a moment and check them out. Let's look at them right now. Now again, from the Snagajob website, when you first go into it and start looking at jobs, you're going to see a lot for retail and restaurants. But they do have a way under the industry drop-down to look at industries like accounting and finance, automotive, education, and many more. So do make sure when you take a look, you use the industry button. Our next job board for you to take a look at is Simply Hired. Simply Hired started in about 2003, and they're an aggregate of job postings, which means they go out and look throughout the web and take all of the different positions that they see out there posted from different areas, and based on their algorithms, pull them into their job site. It's definitely one that you want to check out. Let's take a look right now. When you go to the Simply Hired site, all you really need to enter is your location and then search for jobs, and it will automatically pull up ones that are close to you. Our number 8 pick for job search sites that you should maybe take a look at is Glassdoor. Now here's the interesting thing about Glassdoor. Not only does it have positions that are available out there, but it also has reviews from present and past employees of companies. And it gives you a really good inside look into some of the workings of those companies. Now the only caveat I will say to this is there sometimes can seem like there's a lot of negative reviews. And that's just because sometimes a lot of people won't do comments or reviews unless they're really mad or upset about something. So you do need to take the information with a grain of salt. But I do think it's worth taking a look out at Glassdoor, not only for jobs, but for information about the companies. Let's take a look at Glassdoor right now. On the Glassdoor main site, they do make you sign up for an account. And you can do this either using Facebook or by using your Google account. Once you create this, it'll take you to its main page. Now, up towards the top of that page, you're going to see a drop-down box that says jobs, companies, salaries, or interviews. The one you want to pick is jobs, and just enter in your location and click on search. It will then show you a bunch of different jobs on the left-hand side of the screen, which you can choose to filter out based on the filters they offer. You'll also see more information about each individual job on the right-hand side. Now let's move on to our number 7 pick, ZipRecruiter. Now, ZipRecruiter started more in the US, but has been getting larger and larger internationally. In 2019, they actually, I know, went into Canada, and they're continuing to expand out. I do recommend you take a look at ZipRecruiter, even if it's not in your country yet. Hopefully they'll be launching soon. Starting on ZipRecruiter's main site. Now, there is a requirement on ZipRecruiter that you do enter in an email address. When you do enter in that address and your location, it is going to begin by showing you some positions that are in your area. But you're also going to see a green box appear that says jobs are on the way. And that's where they're telling you that they're going to be sending you email alerts of jobs. Now, not everybody wants to get jobs via email alerts, so if you don't want that, the way to turn that off is to go to where it says edit your alerts. Now, when you click on the edit your alerts button, there's a place for you to unsubscribe. You'll see the receive job alert emails radio button. All you have to do is click that off, and then you should see another screen appear which has a confirmation message that says unsubscribe successful. From there, when you go back into the ZipRecruiter main page, you'll start being able to see all the jobs in your location and begin to apply. Okay, let's take a look at our number 6 pick, Monster. Now, I know some of you will say, oh, Monster is how we used to find a job way back when, but they're really not that big anymore. Well, they've done a lot of things recently to try and get additional employers to their platform. And when you're out of a job, you should be looking everywhere. I do recommend you take the time to look at Monster. Let's look at them right now. The Monster job site is probably one of the easiest for you to begin as a job seeker. When you come to their home page, it either asks you, are you looking for a job or are you trying to hire one? If you're looking for one, you're going to be looking at the left-hand side of your screen. There you're going to see where you can enter keywords and your location. So in this case, I entered human resources in Houston, Texas. And as soon as you click that Start Now button, it's immediately going to take you to all of the jobs that it finds in that location. You can see from this simple search, it pulled up 9,601 jobs. Our number 5 pick of job search sites that you should be looking at is Dice. Now, Dice is definitely more geared for information technology and engineering professionals. But again, you want to look at all of these sites, because if a company did a heavy investment in Dice, they're still going to use those job posting slots for all the rest of their positions, whether they're supply chain or finance or HR. You may not see as many of those positions on there, but you definitely will still see them. Let's take a look at Dice now. From the Dice home screen, you can choose to enter a job title, skills, and company, or if you prefer, you can just enter in the location that you want to search by. Once you hit that search jobs, it will pull up any positions that are posted within that range. Now remember, I did tell you that Dice is normally known for information technology or engineering roles, and it just so happens when I typed in Boston, Massachusetts, it pulled up a supply chain and financial analyst more position. So remember, it's not just for those other 2 things that it's known for. I even found a position out here for an HR business analyst. Our next job search site that we recommend you take a look at is Career Builder. Now, I know, like Monster, some people think Career Builder's day has come and gone. They are still quite huge in the market, and you should take the time to look at them. Let's look at Career Builder right now. Career Builder, our next pick, works very similar to the systems that we've already seen, but they do have some neat search filters when you're trying to first get into the system and look at positions. From the main home screen, it can be very easy to just enter in a city, state, and zip and choose the Search Jobs button to begin looking at roles. But other ways that you can filter the roles is by looking job titles alphabetically, or they also have a section called Category, where they have the positions broken up into different categories that can be really helpful as you're doing your job search. You can also look at the different jobs by state, and once you click on a state, it will actually take you to a list of cities, and then you click on those cities to see the different jobs that are available in those locations. Okay, getting close to the top. What's our number 3 pick for job search sites that you should be looking at for your next job? Google Jobs. Did you know that some studies show that over 30% of searches done on Google are about employment? Well, Google noticed and they decided to launch an aggregate platform. And what that means is it takes all of the different jobs that it can find out on Google and posts them in one place. And that helps you as a job seeker. Let's take a look at Google Jobs.
Now, I think everybody is familiar with the Google homepage. Let me show you how to get to Google Jobs. It's so easy. All you have to do is enter job and the position that you're looking for right in the Google search bar. Once you do that, it's going to pull up positions that are located near you that match that. It will highlight a couple of them, but then if you look further down on the screen, it's going to show you where you can get to hundreds more jobs that match the information that you put in. Now, let's say you're looking for jobs outside of your present location. The way to do that is back on the Google search bar, you're going to want to enter job. In this case, I did petroleum engineer, and then I put the location, in this case, Canada. And then when I hit that enter key, it's going to take me to jobs that match my search filters for Canada.
Okay, let's take a look at our number 2 site that I recommend you take a look at for your job searching, and that is Indeed. Now, Indeed is one that's recently actually been purchasing other job sites. You may remember earlier on in this list, we mentioned Simply Hired. And Simply Hired is actually now been purchased by Indeed and is an arm of them. I do recommend, though, you do look at Indeed separately. It is a great place where you'll find lots of positions that you're going to want to apply for. Let's take a look.
Now, you should be pretty good by now at looking at these different job search boards and knowing where to enter the data. And Indeed works just the same as all the others. You have a choice of entering in just a location, or you can choose to enter in the location and information about the job in order to get great positions right up in front of you on your screen.
Okay, so what's my number 1 job site that I recommend you take a look at? Well, for those of you who know me, you're going to know that it's LinkedIn. Here's why I think LinkedIn should definitely be at the top of your list when you're looking for a job. LinkedIn is the only site that allows active and passive candidates. So what does that mean for you? LinkedIn has active candidates, which are those that are actually applying for job postings, and it has passive candidates, which are the ones that are not necessarily looking, but they still have their profile out there for networking with other individuals and companies. Well, companies know that, and because of that, they've been investing tons of money in LinkedIn, because when the unemployment is really, really low, they want to not only get to those active candidates, but also those passive candidates. The other thing that I will tell you about LinkedIn is, in addition to the LinkedIn job board system, there are lots of additional ways to get a job on LinkedIn outside of a traditional job posting. We're going to show you those in a video that's coming up, and I definitely recommend you take a look, because there are lots of places where you will find jobs that are a little bit off of the normal trail, which you want sometimes, because then you're competing with less people. Okay, let's take a look at LinkedIn's job posting.
Here's a view of the LinkedIn homepage. Now, from your homepage, hopefully you have already noticed, up towards the top, right in the center, here's where we go to jobs. Once you click on jobs, it's going to give you options to look at positions either by location or by skills or both. Once you choose to enter, like I did in this case, accounting manager in Chicago, it will automatically bring up jobs that match that in your location.
Now, I know that this list is not all-inclusive of all of the job sites that are out there. There are lots of others, some which are actually favorites of mine, but they tend to be a little bit smaller. So here's what I'm going to do. If you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more videos where we will go into more of these job posting sites, and especially if you would like to see one that's specific to your industry or specific to your job profession, let me know in the comments below, and we will follow up with additional videos specifically on that topic. Thanks again for watching. We hope you subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and if this data was helpful to you, please give us that thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you again soon.